What is good, Tesla family? It's Ray J back with another video. And in this one, I wanted to break down Tesla very, very briefly and then talk about some tweets from the man, the myth, the legend himself, Elon Musk. Kind of do another reaction video about what he's been saying. Let me first mention that I am not a financial planner, so take nothing I say as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please check out the Mumu link, which is down below and in the description. If you sign up for Mumu and deposit $100, you're guaranteed 5 free stocks. If you deposit $1,000, you're guaranteed 15 in total. And the offer ends very soon in just about 18 days from now. Anyways, now let's break down what's happening to the market. So I just want to say very clearly that we had a very, very crazy day on Friday where the market kind of pumped and dumped. And as far as Tesla goes, let me just note that on the daily time frame, okay, we are still looking decent from a technical standpoint, but we have this resistance to watch for this 250 area. We failed to close above this. We'll have to see how Tesla reacts right over here. We'll also have our key support at 248 to be watching for, so we'll see how things end up going. But I just want to note that it is possible we try to go a little bit higher, but I'll be watching to see if Tesla establishes a lower high relative to 265, because it could still kind of like pump and dump from where it currently is at. And we could be establishing a lower high for a temporary trend change, because that would be kind of following what the market's doing. This relates to SPY in a way, because when you look at SPY, we saw a similar move where we had a very interesting structure. We had this little wick that was forming right over here, which is showing signs that liquidity is being grabbed. And we are kind of selling off a little bit in the after hours. The 4 hour of SPY also has like a double top like structure. So this kind of like looks like we might come down a bit, and we'll see if we bounce or not. So that could kind of like align with Tesla. Tesla potentially forming a lower high, then coming back down a little bit. And then we'll have to see if we end up holding some key support. Now, I mentioned on Thursday that if Tesla, Tesla would likely dip a little bit lower, but then watch 231. If we held that, this would see a nice bounce. And if we lost it, we'd be dipping lower. We held support. So far, Tesla is like, it's trying to hold support. But we're going to be watching this tough resistance at 250 just to see how we move and see if we establish a lower high. I do think that it is possible to go a little higher, but then we'll be watching to see if we make a lower high to reject or not. And I'll be watching for that very carefully going into the upcoming trading week. Anyways, with that being said, I don't really want to talk as much about the charts, guys. I've been looking at charts like all week. I just want to focus on something else. That's why I want to make another video about Elon Musk and break down some of his tweets. Some of the things he says are very important. So he reposted this right over here. He mentioned, or he kind of reposted what somebody else mentioned, which is that the value of today is if you were to invest $10,000 into like Tesla, Nvidia, and the others 14 years ago, you guys could see that Nvidia would bring over $5 million and Tesla would bring $2.2 million. Once again, that's the value today of about $10,000 invested into these different companies. Tesla's, once again, when we look at the way the share price has been moving, the uptrend that Tesla has been establishing is just absolutely incredible. I think there's so much growth coming for the long-term future. And I think that $10,000 invested into Tesla today would also be worth so much more in the next 10 years. It's going to be worth, once again, hundreds of thousands, if not millions, because of what Tesla could do, in my personal opinion. On top of all of this, I just wanted to mention that this news came out over here about how there's a lot of false stories out there involving like Reuters saying things. Reuters said that Tesla's considering exporting Chinese-made electric cars to the U.S. Reversal that could reflect the automaker's deepening cost advantage at its Shanghai plant and slower demand from the Chinese consumers. Musk said that this was false. This was back in 2022. And you guys could see Elon Musk responded by saying something about how the legacy media lies as easy as breathing. And he says that a lot of things that are being said about him are not necessarily the truth. So that's actually something that's worth noting. The media does tell a lot of lies. I don't trust everything that's said online. But I do want to note that there's been a lot of talk about the Robotaxi events being delayed. At the time I'm recording this, I haven't seen Musk truly respond to that. He hasn't mentioned that as of right now. Maybe he's going to, answer it later on. Maybe he will say something. But for now, we'll have to wait and see what's happening to the Robotaxi event. Only Bloomberg was the one that kind of like reported that being delayed. Some good news about Tesla that Musk has been tweeting about is the fact that the Tesla Model 3 version is now available in America. The 363 miles of range for $35,000. That's when you account for the $7,500 tax credit. That's great news for Tesla, especially as the long range RWD is becoming a lot more popular, which will help incentivize a lot more growth for the company and help boost those sales, especially during the summertime. On top of this, there's some news coming out right over here about how the next FSD update, the 12.4.2 version, I think this is the penultimate update. There's another one that's coming out. It's pretty cool. There's been a lot of talks about how it's been training on real world data from millions of Tesla vehicles, making a big difference, and how there's a lot of videos about it kind of anticipating pedestrians crossing the street to improve safety capabilities and different factors like that. So I think it's pretty cool that Tesla is working on this. I think that this is showing more and more signs that FSD is improving. And I also wanted to kind of rebut a lot of those claims. Many analysts are saying that, the robotaxi will not be scalable until 2030 or later. I personally don't think that we could truly say that, because we have to see what products Tesla gives us during the next robotaxi event. Tesla could be way ahead of the game. Tesla could be way more ahead than what these analysts are suspecting. So keep that in the back of your mind, especially with these new updates coming out. Elon Musk also talked about this right over here. There's been a lot of talk from whole Mars catalog about how we haven't even gotten started with Tesla yet. Even the bulls don't believe that Tesla has solved autonomy yet, but it is becoming pretty clear now that it is a done deal. When your car can routinely handle 90 minutes in traffic with zero interventions, you can see it. And Musk is saying that the amount of testing time it takes to figure out if the new AI is better than the existing AI, as measured by miles between interventions, is the limiting factor on progress. The better FSD gets, the longer it's going to take to find interventions. That's something that Musk is talking about. One thing that's worth noting is that whole Mars catalog is saying that it took them about 95 minutes before they ended up seeing, before they gave up, and they were trying to find a safety critical intervention day, which they weren't able to do. So that's actually pretty cool. Now, some people have been talking about how the Teslas are just designed specifically for routes by Elon Musk and whole Mars catalog and these different influencers. They're just manipulated. The routes are not real, and this and that. I personally want to say that we can't confirm that. I'm not going to really, believe claims that have been made by like some mainstream articles about that, because at the end of the day, Tesla is improving this technology, and I'm 100% confident we're going to eventually get there. Autonomous driving is going to be a real thing. I'm very confident about that, and I can't wait to see what Tesla announces during its next events. On top of this, there's been some talk right over here about how whole Mars catalog said that it is not well anticipated that Tesla is not is the only profitable pure BEV automaker on Earth. So it's the only one that's profitable. That's actually very, very important. Musk actually said yes to this. A whole Mars catalog also talks about how the next FSD update is leading to a lot more confidence, and we're starting to see a lot of random coordinates being used, and things are looking very, very good. They only had to press the accelerator one time. So besides that, there's a lot of improvements being made. Someone asked 8/8 Elon was referring to the Robotaxi event, and whole Mars catalog said nope. I don't think I've seen Elon Musk respond to that. I'm still waiting to see if we could get a response from him as of right now. There's also some news coming out that the Powerwall fleets in California delivered more than 100 megawatts to the grid during a virtual power plant event, reducing the need for fossil fueled peaking plants. So that's actually some good news for Tesla, bringing a lot more revenue, especially because of the fact that this sector is growing for their energy storage, and this is going to continue to grow for Tesla as well. It's a big part of their business. Lastly, there's some funny things coming out. Mainstream media is talking about how 65,000 mugs have gone missing at Tesla's German Gigafactory. Musk said that they were mugged. Kind of funny stuff. I haven't seen confirmation of what really caused this. If employees are taking the mugs, if there was like something else that happened, I don't know for sure. But it's pretty comical news that this is like making all the headlines, and it's kind of funny. Hope for the best. Hopefully, Tesla replaces their mugs if that were to be the case. And then finally, Tesla has introduced a Model 3 long range RWD with a starting price of about 42,000. This is making a lot of headlines. Its range is a little bit longer with 363 miles, but the 0 to 60 times a little bit longer too at 4.9 seconds. So it's a little bit slower when it comes to acceleration from 0 to 60, but it's a lot more affordable, and it's the second most affordable sedan that Tesla has. Elon Musk reposted this, letting us know about its capabilities and how great this is, at least for Tesla moving forward, to drive sales up in the USA. With that being said, guys, I want to make this video nice, short, sweet, and simple. I'll be back very, very soon. And I just want to say I really appreciate you guys so much. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for your views, your kind comments, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow on the next one. Have a great day, guys. Enjoy the weekend, and peace out.